Hello. Look at this tababuya tree. Doesn't it just make you want to say booyah? We'll find a place to put this. Anyway, We'll find a place to put myself in frame. The lighting, we're working with like 2 p.m. lighting, okay? So it's not the most ideal, but this is the time that we had today. And it's a beautiful first day of spring. It's not that when you're watching this, but that's okay. You know, the energy of spring is still very present. So there we go. Let me show you my spring outfit. The spring equinox, babe. I'm just gonna get farther and farther away to where you can't even see it. Can you still see it? I have Sprawl 2 by Arcade Fire stuck in my head. Mountains beyond mountains. Okay, hi. Thank you for tuning in for another video today. Today's video is going to be on 5 practical tips. 5 practical ways you can reconnect with or connect with your intuition. This is for those of you who might feel a little bit disconnected from yourselves, a little bit like maybe you're focusing too much on what other people are telling you to do with your life, and you just need to listen to yourself on what you need to do with your life. So this is for you. I was thinking about this the other day and just thinking about, okay, like what are things that I do when I feel disconnected from myself, when I feel like I really want to get my own perspective on it, but I've just got everybody else's voice in my head, or I've got my own overthinking voices in my head. And one thing I saw the other day was that when you're overthinking, you're not in tune with your intuition. And I thought that was so interesting because I was like, yeah, you're so right. Like, you're not listening to your intuition. When you have to like think about it and harp on it and try to make it make sense, you're not following your intuition. And I think about this because it doesn't mean that following your intuition is easy or that you're not going to overthink anything when you follow your intuition. But it's that you already know what you need to do. You already know. And every time you try to rationalize it, even if it's like really scary and you want to make it feel easier for you, every time you try to rationalize it, you are not granting yourself the opportunity to just surrender and trust yourself, to trust the part of yourself that knows and trust that it has your best interests at heart, to trust that you don't need to understand the full picture, you don't need to have the full equation written out. This is not mathematics. Okay, this is language arts. So anyway, it's like a nice crisp 75 right now. I think the sun is gonna like start really hitting me soon, so I might back up. But as we get into this video, I want you to consider, where is it in my body that I feel my intuition the most? Is it in my gut? Is it in my heart? Is it in my shoulder blade? Is it in my knee? Like, where do you feel your intuition lives? And can you attribute a quality, a texture, a color, a shape, shape, sorry, a shape Does it have a temperature? These are things that help me really ground into the quality of my intuition, like what it is made up of. Another thing to consider is what does it feel like in my body when I listen to my intuition versus when I don't? What does it feel like if I listen to my intuition? Does it feel super open and flowing and like everything is connected and everything has a purpose in my life and everything works out great for me? Like, what does it feel like in my body? Does it feel like my heart is beating freely, steadily? My stomach is able to digest food with ease. There's no tension in my hips. What does it feel like when you don't listen to your intuition? Does it feel like constriction in your chest? Maybe even tension in your shoulders? Does it feel like lower back pain or hip pain and the inside of your legs? Just noticing what it feels like and where when you do versus do not listen to your intuition, like the somatics of it. Another thing to consider is what does my intuition want me to understand in this moment? And trusting the first thing that comes up. It's so funny because most of the time I feel our intuition responds to us very quickly, very quickly. And we are so conditioned to not trust the first thing that comes up for us. We're so conditioned to question, yeah, but why that? No, it can't be that. It can't be that. That doesn't make any sense. But the more that you trust the first thing that comes up for you, I think the easier it will be for you to follow your intuition. When I first started my shamanic Reiki journey, my teacher would take us on journeys, on shamanic journeys, which are essentially trance states where we go into the spirit world and we connect with our spirit guides or our ancestors or whoever wants to come through for us. And I remember it would go like I would get information so fast that I would like come out of it just a little bit and try and control the journey so that way it would be more comfortable or it would feel more comfortable, like it made sense or that like because to me I couldn't trust in that moment that that was how it was meant to go for me, that was how I was meant to experience it. And it's good, I think, when things happen really fast in that way, when our journeys or our intuition speak to us very quickly because it doesn't allow us room to stop and control it. Because the moment that you try to slow it down and stop, it starts to get really convoluted and confusing, or like you start to feel that resistance and that tension build. But the more that you're able to surrender to allowing it to just flow through and trust the first thing that's coming up, the easier that it is for your intuition to flow through you, right? You're no longer constipating yourself. You're no longer like building a dam between you and your highest self. And the last thing I want to say for us to consider is how can I resource myself into safety to trust my intuition? This is kind of the same thing as these practices or as things to do in order to kind of tap into what does it feel like to be in my intuitive self? What does it feel like to be in my intuitive self? Because resourcing does not mean all of these like external things outside of you, like my water and my smoothie and my teacher and this guided meditation that this person on YouTube led that I really liked, right? Resourcing means to rise again, to rise from the dead, even. And it's a very self led internal process. Nobody else can help you rise from the dead. Jesus rose from the dead, and nobody saw that coming. Nobody did it for him. Resourcing yourself means how can I lead myself through this death and decay moment, through these ashes, and rise up with myself again? You can always access external resources like acupuncture or massage therapy or craniosacral therapy or mental emotional therapy, right? But if you are always depending on these external resources to bring you back to yourself, you're missing the point because nobody else, nothing else outside of you can bring you back to yourself but you. Nobody else can bring you back to yourself but you. So you have to be the one to make that commitment to decide and choose yourself. You have to be the one to make the commitment to choose yourself, to bring yourself back to yourself. A lot of people don't want to admit that. A lot of people want to depend on others to bring them back to themselves, and that's just not how it works. We've also been conditioned in our society to depend on other people. Knowledge has been stripped from us, wisdom has been stripped from us. We've been hyper individualized to pay other people to tell us what to do with our lives and how to fix our problems. But really, the answer lies just within you. And you don't have to look super hard to find it. You don't have to go searching super hard to find it. We think we have to work harder, be smarter, do it better. Like we're not doing it enough. Like because the first thing that comes to us isn't good enough. No, it has to be something more. It has to be more complicated. No, it doesn't. It's actually really simple. Really simple. The answer lies right within you. All you have to do is turn inward and ask yourself, what do I need right now? It's so simple, but we complicate it because we're human. I do it sometimes. Heck. But the more that we are able to commune with ease, the more that we are able to give ourselves the freedom to trust ourselves, the more we connect with our intuition. So, 5 practical ways to tap into your intuition. What are they? Let's start with number 1. Create a playlist. Intuitively create a playlist. And so, like, what does this look like? For me, this looks like if I have a song stuck in my head or a slew of songs stuck in my head, I will just put them all together. And I'm not focused on if they, if their vibes go together. I'm not focused on, oh, does this song flow well into this next song? It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. We're not here to curate the perfect playlist. We're simply here to curate a playlist that kind of feels like right for us, that feels very in line with our vibes at this moment. But it's not simply because of like you're trying to get it to fit a mold of a playlist that you're yearning for. It's that, oh, this song feels like it and this song feels like it. Just literally like intuitively create a playlist. Number 2, move your body with no agenda. Maybe you can move your body to the playlist you just created, right? I feel like this lighting is insane. Move your body with no agenda. We're not here to look sexy. We're not here to perform a certain TikTok dance move that you've been really wanting to hone or whatever. We're not here to do the perfect yoga pose. We're here to literally move in a way that feels best for us. We're here to move in the way that our body wants us to move. This could literally look like shaking, jumping. Do that. It could look like twerking. It could look like just really slowly moving, swaying back and forth. This is one of my favorite things to do in order to tap into my intuition is just get in the body because the intuition is deeply connected with our bodies and our nervous system is the organ of our intuition. And so the more that our nervous system is in a regulated state, the easier it is for our intuition to flow through and communicate with us. Number 3 is free writing or free drawing. Get out a pen. It has to be permanent, like it has to be a permanent ink source. Don't want no pencils in there because then you're going to erase something that's intuitively coming through for you. Grab a pen, a marker, a colored pencil, pastels, grab a paintbrush, and write or draw whatever is coming through. Like, don't even think about it. Don't even let yourself create a framework that you want to create art within. This is supposed to be whatever is coming through. And the moment that it comes through, let it keep flowing. Try not to stop yourself. Try not to judge it. There's no room for creativity when we are constantly looking at what we're creating through an analytical and judgmental lens while we are in the middle of creating it. It just stifles us. And so the best thing that you could do is just allow it to come through. Allow whatever wants to come through to come through. I made this piece of art the other day that, like, afterwards I was like, okay, it wasn't like the best thing I've ever made, but that's fine because honestly I haven't made art in a while. Like, I haven't painted, just free painted, in a while. And it was so funny because maybe I'll show a little photo of it, but it was just like these lines, very structured, and then the majority of it was just like the squiggle swirl. We were watching Bridgerton while I was doing it. I don't recommend watching TV while you are creating art, but that was the circumstance that I was in at that moment. And yeah, free writing, whatever words want to come out. It doesn't have to make sense in that moment, just allowing it to flow through. I came out here to this pretty much exact spot about a month ago and I wrote poetry. I wrote poetry. I say it like that because it didn't follow any structure of a poem. Um, but I liked it. It doesn't have to follow a structure. That's the best part, is allowing it to just flow freely. Number 4, let your intuition decide how you want to spend an afternoon. And I will just kind of put a little reminder in parentheses here that fear is loud, intuition is quiet. And fear and ego are kind of interchangeable here. For example, there might be a part of you that just wants to sit on the couch and watch TV all afternoon, but there's a deeper part of you that wants to go outside and sit on your blanket and film a little cute video. Listen to the deeper part of you that wants to do that. It doesn't necessarily mean something magical is going to come out of it, but maybe it will. Who's to ever say? If you don't listen to it, if you don't follow it, you'll never find out. But sometimes it's really just an opportunity for you to connect with yourself, to trust yourself, to trust that whatever is coming through for you is meant to come through for you. All right, last one, number 5. This is one of my favorite ones. Like, I'm pretty sure I've said almost all of them are my favorite ones. Like this one and the playlist one and the moving your body, all of these are my favorite. But this one is really my favorite, is making a tea blend or food, a recipe from your intuition. Like whatever your body really desires in that moment is asking of you to make tea or food from that. There's no logic here. There's no rationalizing here. There's no, oh my God, I need to fit into like a certain diet or health food option pattern right now. No. What is your body asking of you? What does your body want? And this isn't about what it's craving. This is about what would feel so nourishing to my body right now. It could be salt and vinegar chips. It could be a smoothie. It could be sauteed kale. It could be eggs. It could be ice cream, dairy free. My favorite teas to make lately, based off of what my body wants, are hibiscus teas with some chrysanthemum in it, and spearmint, and sometimes motherwort. Yeah. Sometimes ginger, but it just depends on where I'm at in my cycle. Oh my gosh, a dragonfly just landed on my bag. That is so amazing and beautiful and perfect. I wonder if it'll stay there if I show you. Dang it. Just flew away. Is this cute? Is this cute? Anyway, so yeah, just throwing all of this out there. I also want to promote my little services. Okay, I just started taking on intuition clients, intuition coaching clients. If you watch this video and you're like, okay, yeah, but, and you still are trying to like understand something, I would love to chat with you. I would love to answer any questions you might have on what it means to be coached in deepening your relationship with your intuition. Like, so much of our inability to trust our intuition, to trust ourselves, comes from us like having such low self-worth, having such a lack of ability to stand in our convictions, to stand in our truth. And so this is my offering to you, to open a doorway that you can walk through to develop a deeper relationship with yourself. If you feel like you're always following what other people want you to do, if you feel like you have lost yourself completely, like, this is for you, okay? If a relationship just ended and you don't even know what the next thing you need to do is or that you want to do, like, if you just feel so disoriented and confused, or if you are in the middle of like changing a career but you don't know what you want to do, or maybe like you're really scared to go after the thing you want to do, like, this is for you. If you have been struggling with addictions or being manipulated by somebody else and you know you need to let it go, but you're just struggling with that decision and standing your ground in that decision, this is for you. Intuition coaching is for you. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, please consider liking and subscribing so we can get the subscriber count up, so we can get my channel a little bit more visibility. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers, which is a blessing. Like, how beautiful and amazing that is, especially after I've taken so much different little pockets of time off from this channel. I just want to say thank you so much if you've stuck around, and thank you so much if you're new here. You know, all are welcome. I'm so happy that you are here. And if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed any videos in this channel, please feel free to share it with others. If you want to connect with me outside of this channel, you can find me on Instagram at Emerald Heart Alchemy. If you want to help support this channel, you can do so at buymeacoffee.com/Emerald Heart Alchemy. And if you want to stay tuned on when I post again, you can sign up, click that notification bell, whatever the YouTubers call it these days. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day, a beautiful week. I hope you spend your time with ease and do not force yourself to be or do anything that doesn't feel aligned for you. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Many blessings and take care. I will see you next time. Bye bye.